Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Nisha Charles. Coming up, government to heighten support for farmers in 2015. Health officials chart the way forward to strengthen information systems, and first-time ministers speak of priorities in the task ahead. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories after this.
If you can believe this,
come by my house and let me show you some movies.
why can't you believe this? Some mothers don't believe their own children when they say they've been sexually abused, and they don't report it. Remember, if anyone asks to see or touch their private parts, touches them inappropriately, shows them or forces them to touch one's private parts, has sex with them, shows them pornographic material, or deliberately lets them hear or see the act of sex, then it is sexual abuse. Believe your child and report the sexual abuse. For more information about child abuse, contact these agencies. This message brought to you by UNICEF and this station.
Thanks for staying with us. Health officials are developing a plan to strengthen health information systems in Dominica. A one-day consultation was held on Friday at the Ministry of Health Conference Facility at the Princess Margaret Hospital. All this is an effort to maximize the use of the resources available to the healthcare workers and to provide the best quality care possible to the general public. The Honorable Minister for Health and Environment, Dr. Kenneth Daru, considers the workshop a key component in the quest to strengthen and modernize the healthcare system.
I firmly believe that the advent of the new modern hospital, scheduled to begin next year, should be associated with the necessary human resource and management and administrative capacity, and we the nationals of our beautiful country should be ready to take up the necessary roles. Statistics from the Health Information Unit show that the non-communicable diseases, including stroke, are the leading causes of death, the main cause of visits to our primary healthcare facilities across the country, and importantly, the cost associated with the management and treatment of these diseases and their complications are quite significant. More attention has to be paid to our primary healthcare system so that the risk factors for diseases or the early stages of diseases, such as the NCDs, can be identified and appropriate early interventions applied. We have already started the process of consultation, and we will be visiting the health districts over the next few weeks. In fact, we started yesterday in Grand Bay in order for us to interact firsthand with the personnel and clientele in an effort to better understand the challenges. We will develop a comprehensive strategy in consultation with all the key stakeholders to ensure universal access to high-quality care. Ladies and gentlemen, the development of an integrated electronic information system centered on the patient, named the Dominica Medical Information System, is poised to move healthcare in Dominica into a whole new exciting era. We have already started the implementation of the first phase of the project, funded by the World Bank under the E-Government for Regional Integration Project, the famous E-GRIP, the registration of patients into the system. In this new year, we'll be moving forward to entering patient information into the electronic record for patient accessing to the emergency room at PMH or Grand Bay Health Center, which will then become available to those with the required permissions in government health facilities across the country. With the lessons learned from this pilot program, the system will then be rolled out to other health districts. In the meantime, other modules are being built to cover our health conditions, including HIV, the non-communicable diseases, maternal and child care, and mental health.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Johnson highlighted that the information must be applied in the right manner to make the services of the health system the best quality.
The Ministry of Health is fully aware that a good health information system is crucial for addressing our many health challenges and improving services delivered within the entire health sector. Clearly, the data produced and used for evidence decision-making has to be of a high quality. The data must, however, pass through an ICT filtering system so that it can be transformed to valuable information. But most importantly, however, is the transition from information to knowledge and the application of knowledge for improving the services within our health sector.
As part of the workshop, participants will view the national ICT policy, propose a way forward for the introduction of a framework for the operational plan, and define the health system gaps. Dr. Wayne Labastide was the consultant for the workshop. The Honorable Minister for Information, Science, Telecommunications and Technology, Kelvin Daru, is grateful to his constituents whom he says by their mandate have afforded him the opportunity to rise to the challenge in his new capacity. GIS News recently sat with the first-time minister who spoke about plans for his new portfolio.
My priority is to ensure that government's program in regards to information technology and telecommunications is met. Firstly, high on the list is the implementation of the Center of Excellence for ICT, as well as the delivery of the tablets as promised by the Prime Minister during the election campaign to the students of the Dominica State College and the secondary schools on the island. So these are the two priorities that we're looking at from the ministry standpoint.
He believes this ministry is very important as government seeks to transform the public sector by improving efficiency through the better use of information, telecommunication and technology. Honorable Daru says his ministry will play a critical role in helping government achieve this goal. The Honorable Minister admits that it will be a challenging job. He is confident, however, that he can deliver.
Definitely, I'm up to the challenge. I have always been one that has taken on the challenge head-on. And whenever I'm no longer challenged, to me, it makes no sense remaining in that position. But the ministry and politics continues to be an ongoing challenge for me. And it is one that I'm looking forward to and to continue to deliver to my people of my constituency and to Dominica by extension.
Meanwhile, speaking of plans on a constituency level, Honorable Kelvin Daru, who is the parliamentary representative for the St. Joseph constituency, says he is ready to work with his constituents. The rehabilitation of farm access roads within the St. Joseph constituency is on his list of priorities. In an interview with GIS News, Honorable Daru revealed other areas of importance.
The communities of Mero and Layo will benefit tremendously from community tourism initiatives, and we will see greater access to tourists in these communities, as well as the opportunities of economic benefits for the residents of these communities through the tourism sector. In St. Joseph, one of the pillar projects that we will undertake is the St. Joseph bypass, and this is a major artery that connects St. Joseph to Layo, and this to me is the pillar project for me this term, to ensure that we can have works done to completely rehabilitate this bypass within the St. Joseph to Layo area, as well as the infrastructural works from the Hillsborough Bridge to the Gloshow Bridge in the Layo Valley area. This as well was, as we are aware, was impacted by the floods of the Matty Dam in 2011, and the government of Dominica has secured the funding in the excess of $30 million to have complete rehabilitation works undertaken in that area.
Education, housing, the provision of washroom facilities, and employment for the youth are also areas of focus for this parliamentary representative in this new term. Honorable Kelvin Daru was victorious at the December 8th polls by a margin of 257 votes. Farmers and agriculturists can look forward to new developments in the agriculture sector in 2015. That's according to the new Agriculture Minister, the Honorable Johnson Drago. The minister was addressing his first official assignment last Friday, spreading Christmas cheer to the less fortunate. The Honorable Minister noted that agriculture remains an essential part of Dominica's economy, and a series of programs and policies will be implemented in the upcoming years.
There are two critical areas of the irrigation program that will get heightened attention in 2015. That is the Casabus irrigation project and the Calibishi irrigation project. Through the BAM, we intend to ensure that the banana and plantain subsector gets some assistance so that we can do some replanting of bananas and plantain, in particular in these areas. We are also looking at the support for the farmers groups. I'm hoping that in January, all the farmers groups around the island will reconvene and we will support the farmers based on the targeted areas in keeping with the policies of the ministry itself.
Also on the cards for 2015 is the government's acquisition of a modern vessel to facilitate Dominica's export of agricultural commodities to the region, the completion of the abattoir, and the launching of government's feeder road program, among others. Honorable Drago says he is more than ready for the task ahead.
Dominica will continue to depend on agriculture as one of the driving force for economic growth going forward. And I am happy for the challenge given to me by Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit to be Minister of Agriculture and Forestry. I'm coming into the ministry with all of my youthfulness, full of energy, ready to work. My boots is ready, and I will not be sitting in the ministry. I will be out there in the field with extension, with all the Department of Agriculture to ensure that we work as a team and agriculture continues to succeed.
Honorable Drago was sworn in as Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries on December 13th. Newly appointed Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, the Honorable Rosalind Paul, said the development of rural areas will be a key focus of her ministry.
I have also been assigned the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development. And I have the confidence that from my experiences and qualifications that I can serve the people of Dominica to ensure that there's progress, to assist in ensuring the progress more so of the rural communities that can bring socio-economic development to our rural communities, that can assist through enterprise development, small business development, training, sensitization, providing opportunities that can ensure, for example, women, youth can find their niche in various enterprise, in various small businesses, can expand those who have already started small businesses. And so enterprise plays a very critical role in the development of small countries like ours, but we need to maximize the opportunities that are provided.
Honorable Paul, who is also the newly elected parliamentary representative for the Paybush constituency, says she is no stranger to serving.
I am used to serving from my early age. I'm used to serving the community. I'm used to ensuring or assisting people to develop themselves, their families and communities. And so this confidence that has been placed in me has been as a result of that and as a result of being a member of a team that has shown or that has demonstrated their commitment to ensure the country progresses. And therefore, I will continue to serve alongside the people, with the people, mostly utilizing a grassroots, a bottom-up approach to development.
The Honorable Paybush MP won her seat by over 900 votes at the December 8th polls. GIS will bring you more of this interview in a subsequent newscast. And before we go, here are a few announcements. Vacancy exists for one consultant accountant within the Office of the Director of Audit. As part of the EU-funded Public Financial Management Reform Program, an accountant will provide technical assistance over a 6-month period in order to contribute greatly to the development and implementation of departmental accounting systems, policies, and procedures. Assist in strengthening the knowledge and skills of auditors in collecting, processing, recording, reconciling, and reporting of financial data, and build capacity in verifying the validity, completeness, and accuracy of source documentation. The successful candidate will be expected to train officers on how to perform the following tasks in a proactive manner under the supervision of the Director of Audit. Develop, monitor, and review departmental accounting policies, procedures, and processes. Audit and prepare financial statements in accordance with relevant guidelines, frameworks, and statutory requirements. Conduct performance reviews of government's ongoing programs and conduct performance reviews of statutory corporations and government-owned companies. The ideal candidate should possess the following qualifications and skills: at least a first degree in accounting or other relevant field, at least professional qualifications in accounting from a recognized accounting body, the ACCA, CGA, or similar. General proficiency experience, knowledge of principles and procedures for compensation and benefits, knowledge of law, legal codes, government regulations, and executive orders, knowledge of business and management principles, knowledge of economic and accounting principles and practices, and the analysis and reporting of financial data. Specific professional experience, at least 5 years professional experience in accounting, knowledge of commonly used concepts, practices, and procedures within the field of business administration. Applications, including curriculum vitae, should be submitted no later than Wednesday, 31st December 2014 at 12 p.m. to the National Authorizing Officer for the European Development Fund Office of the NAO, EDF, 3rd floor, Financial Center, Kennedy Avenue, P.O. Box 1102, Roseau, Dominica, or email edf@cwdom.dm. The government of the Commonwealth of Dominica has received financing from the Global Environment Facility through the United Nations Environment Program to support the preparation of Dominica's 3rd National Communications to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Part of this funding is to be utilized to hire national consultants to undertake technical studies and draft the national report. The government of Dominica is seeking expressions of interest from suitably qualified national consultants who have at least 5 years' experience in the following areas: greenhouse gas inventory from energy, transportation, solid waste, and industrial processes, inventory of carbon sinks for forests, inventory of carbon sinks for agriculture, climate change mitigation including renewable energy, energy efficiency, and energy conservation, mainstreaming climate change into national development planning, training public education outreach on climate change, and systematic observation systems for climate change, including hydrometeorological systems. Work on this project will commence in January 2015 and will be completed by May 2016. Successful applicants will be expected to start work on or before February 2nd, 2015. Any person interested in being considered for any of the above positions are requested to submit their current curriculum vitae and letter of interest to the following: Director of the Environmental Coordinating Unit, Roseau Fishville Complex, Dame Eugenia Childs Boulevard, Commonwealth of Dominica, 266-5256, or email at ecu@dominica.gov.dm. Submissions can be submitted electronically or in writing to the above address and must be made no later than Wednesday, January 7th, 2015 at 4 p.m. Expressions of interest received after this date will not be considered. Private candidates registered to write the January 2015 CXC examinations are asked to collect their timetables from the local registrar's office during normal office hours. Please be guided accordingly. All persons who are required to pay liquor and store licenses in the Laplaine area, including Daly's, Boudica, Grand Fort, and surrounding villages, are notified that revenue officers will be present at the police station at Laplaine on Monday, December 29, 2014, to collect payments for licenses from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And finally, poultry farmers and those engaged in rearing broilers, layers, and turkeys are asked to attend a meeting on Tuesday, 23rd December from 10 a.m. at the Roseau Fisheries Complex Conference Room on the Bayfront to discuss matters affecting the national poultry industry. The Chief Veterinarian and staff of the Livestock Development Unit of the Division of Agriculture will be present to provide information and address concerns and matters arising. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt qui était payé un week-end qui passait pour une vacation qui est bien nécessaire. Vacation ça là qui vient après une longue campagne pour dernière élection qui sorti passée. Premier ministre Skerritt a adressé plusieurs rallyes campagne tout au pays là, comme ça est bien nécessaire taper en posé. Honorable Skerritt a souhaité tout Dominicien un bon saison Noël et puis qu'a gardé le vent pour l'appuyer à yo qu'on nous rentrer en l'année 9. Premier ministre Skerritt voyait ça c'est voyager et puis famille à ses vacances à yo. ministère culture, Honorable Justin Charles, qui a une position comme premier ministère. En autre nouvelle, ministre agriculture qui mettait attention à 6 habitants en Dominique l'année prochaine. Parole celle-là sortie du ministère agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drygo. Si l'homme ministre Drygo, tout ça qui est avancé agriculture en Dominique.
Plus important monde en ministre agriculture, c'est planter. Et puis nous pour point ça au chez. Planter c'est mon qui travaille. Ouais là c'est qui en terre, c'est qui ka lever c'est manger. So nous pour qui nous lève yo pour ba yo motivation et si pot là yo besoin hot ministre agriculture pour faire travail yo plus libre en 2015. So moi le dit tout à partir planter qui a en affaire bête client agro processing toute manière qui ont affaire qui en pêcher la pêche n'importe ça qu'on fait en ministre ça fait agriculture Dominique moi le savent qui travail c'est un travail qui est important et secteur aussi un secteur qui est important pour Dominique et nous caille ensemble overcome toutes ces mépouillas yo ka ba ministre agriculture planter et puis département agriculture nous caille overcome ça ensemble yo dit plus moun ba au pressure c'est plus ou produce plus travail so mon regarder pour 2015 les anase moun na qui ka mal parler nous que mettre venir à bord et nous qui pousser secteur devant.
On a nouvelle ministre neuf information honorable Kelvin Darrow ni une bonne vision pour ministre cela. Si l'homme ministre Darrow nous ka vivre en large technologie à présent et puis moun spécialement étudiants supposé bien à bord.
Et puis ministère Telecommunications Information Technology ça c'est un ministère moins excited pour le ministère là. Et puis vision là c'est pour faire télécommune et puis ICT excited pour tous les monde yo ça servi en phone en computer en tablette nous les faire exciting pour monde nous les parler puis ces jeunes monde qui ni ideas qui ni idea neuf pour one day faire un business en ICT en information technology nous pour faire un center of excellence pour ces monde là nous ka albay ba ces enfants là à l'école nous ka taper tablette yo et bien ça c'est un projet moi excited plus nous en technology age là moi comme ministère là moi ka faire bagay pour assister ces enfants là.
Et puis finalement programme OLA management solid waste qu'a exporté via matériaux l'autre pays ça ka continuer. Parole celle-là sur d'autres officiers relations publiques Monsieur Jeno Jacob.
L'exportation matérielle de notre pays est bien important pour nous parce que Solid Waste Management Act là, c'est la législation qui a gouverné Solid Waste. Et il y a une section qui appelle contre Cradle to Grave. Ça veut dire que biti en panne la bouteille la plastique là, nous pas produire en Dominique qui était produit l'autre pays, il est supposé vier l'autre pays pour faire biti neuf éveil. Cause ça c'est un but qui est bien important pour nous. Ça nous a fait déjà, nous a exporté plastique, non pas plastique, nous avons exporté bouteille, par conteneur bouteille, cardboard, nos batteries, c'est item ça là nous a envoyé à l'autre pays. En Dominique, ça nous a essayé de faire c'est masser, assembler l'huile moun ka fouille poisson, moun ka fouille chicken, bix biten comme ça. Et puis essayer si nous a fait diesel et puis ça, biodiesel qui travaille et puis Operation Youth Quick et puis d'autres organisations en Dominique pour certains qui nous veulent servir ces biten ça là. C'est l'huile laurier nous a massé et puis nous a essayé mener ba DCP pour ça brûler en factory yo. Comme ça il y a diverses manières solid waste qu'a fait pour exporter ces ordures là et puis aussi pour nous servir en Dominique pour pas recycler l'effort là nous faire.
Messieurs et mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Qu'à souhaiter tout le monde une bonne saison Noël. Au revoir.
Coming up, tips on a brighter smile.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
Apart from the usual whitening methods, including toothpaste, mouthwash, and expensive professional treatments, here are a few simple ways to brighten that smile. Eating fruits, vegetables, and other crunchy foods is good for your body and your teeth. Eating raw carrots, apples, and cauliflower can help keep your teeth clean by removing surface stains and plaque that leads to cavities. Don't use baking soda. Baking soda can be a multi-talented cleaner for your home, but not your teeth. This chemical compound is an abrasive, meaning that it will help remove stains, but it can also be harmful. After continued use, it can begin to wear away enamel, which will cause your teeth to darken. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website, news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here at the GIS News production team, I'm Nisha Charles. Thanks for watching.